We all carry the dark masculine archetype within us, no matter our gender, body, or the clothes that we wear. The dark masculine, it's sovereignty embodied. It's dominant in a heart-led way, and only domineering if in shadow. It lives in every person, regardless of gender, as the king, the queen, and the sovereign. The dark masculine is more than an idea. It's a frequency, a way of being, a living archetype. Archetypes are shared symbols of the psyche, and we have a collection of them within us. A full set is called a cosmology. Archetypes are patterns of people, behaviors, and personalities that echo through every culture, and they give us a framework for understanding our inner and our outer world. The dark masculine is the aspect that holds power, authority, and protection. It takes benevolently and leads, commanding with purpose. Dark as an archetype is earthy, primal, and embodied. It's the energy of receiving, while light is the energy of giving. Dark as an archetype is the energy of the root, the sacral and the solar plexus, matter, instinct and drive, wealth, sensuality and willpower. It penetrates environments, can be primal, raw, revealing and igniting. And the dark also has shadows. When underactive, the dark lacks courage and gives power away, detaching from others. And when overactive, it abuses power, relies too heavily on others, and is overconfident, often taking more than their share. Shadow work occurs when we notice and shift the distortion of our gift. Masculine energy is within all of us regardless of our gender. It's the part of us that initiates, structures, and leads. This is a mind-based, active, and individualistic expression. When expressed through the dark, it becomes primal sovereignty, command that's rooted in instinct, anchored in action. When underactive, masculine energy waits for somebody else to act and hides from responsibility, lacking productivity and presence, whilst an overactive masculine grinds itself into exhaustion, is rigid, overthinking, and working without rest or self-connection. When in balance, the dark masculine is a sovereign leader who protects and receives, free from entitlement. They're capable of taking and commanding presence with integrity. Embodying primal sensuality with devotion, they express with freedom from erotic shame. And they also naturally reveal others' shadows with confidence and presence. The integrated dark masculine is embodiment beyond performance. Power owned simply is. When I see something I want and I stride towards it powerfully, I'm expressing myself as dark masculine. And so far, I've described a soulful expression, and every archetype has its shadow. There are many faces of the dark masculine in distortion. They dominate and abuse power, stealing, bullying others, groping, assaulting, crossing physical and mental boundaries. Their fire turns into compulsive control, clinging tightly to outcomes rather than surrendering to their purpose. And at other times, this archetype hides in underexpression, isolating themselves, mistrusting others, and withdrawing into cold detachment. There can be a lack of willpower to create what they know is important. Procrastinating is an underexpression of the archetype, believing that there's a need for further learning or experiencing instead of owning their power. Also, suppressed rage is a shadow of underexpression. It simmers beneath the surface and can erupt destructively, often masking a deep fear of vulnerability. And erotic shame can sever this archetype from expressing primal sensual power, twisting desire into manipulation or guilt. In shadow, the dark masculine can dream powerfully and fail to act, held back by a lack of will, integrity, and inner wholeness. With low self-esteem, help can be expected without having built the connections that earn trust. The archetype in this expression can be personified as a spoilt prince or princess, their incomplete expression of self. And these aspects, they're waiting to be accepted and integrated with heartfelt presence, reclaimed as fuel for sovereignty, leadership, and embodied truth. Have you heard of shadow work? We have videos explaining how to work with these distorted energies and a transformational program to help you move through the shadow associated with this archetype. Inside, there are rituals and expansive processes to alchemically shift you and your life into your soulful expression waiting to shine. Integration of the dark masculine is claiming sovereignty with humility. There's a presence with heart, boundaries and focus that blesses, primal energy serving with devotion to truth. This is the dark masculine, powerful and masterful. If you'd like to embody this archetype in ritual and daily life, I've created a natural perfume called Dark Masculine, and I explain the scent and its ritual uses in another video. Know that to truly embody this archetype requires a mastery of every other archetype in our map. How can one lead others if they've yet to master their same aspects within? If you want to explore this archetype further, check out our extensive and growing library of short animated reels. They're organized into playlists, and there are examples of deities, public figures, musicians, and characters from movies and shows for each archetype. Each short video has a short ritual for you to deepen into your connection with this archetype, and deeper information and ritual exploration in the description. Some even have invocations and evocations.